Beetles are poisonous to minotaurs. That's why I eat 3 of them daily when I'm on the road.
Bless my eyes, if it isn't the Scourge of Blackheart. Well met, Pilgrim. Have you come to pray? Best keep looking, then. I've been out here most of the day, but you're the first soul I've seen. So many in Kvatch have forgotten the old ways. They're all obsessed with their giant cathedral. They've forgotten how we used to worship. Shame that.
You're back, I see. How could I not? You're standing in my light. So tell me, how did you do? Well, good for you. But don't get too full of your accomplishments just yet. That was a fairly easy contract I started you with. Come back when you're ready for more. If the Speaker or the Matron give an order, though, that takes priority. It's not my gold, but I'd suggest you get to work on that contract.
Grand Sermonizer is at it again, Matron.
Those loudmouth fanatics! It's time to teach them a lesson about the blessings of silence!
Enough! I'll decide how we respond to these malign sermons. Initiate, I have a task for you. Once again, the pious idiots of Kvatch dare to provoke the anger of the Dark Brotherhood. Such an insult cannot be allowed to stand unchallenged. As if the Grand Sermonizer didn't have enough vices to rage about. Now she's preaching against the Brotherhood. She says we are weak, powerless. A toothless dragon that inspires ridicule instead of fear. These lies must be silenced. Permanently. Be wary. The Order of the Hour has increased its presence in Kvatch. Avoid the warrior priests if you can. Meet up with Tannic and silence the priests that speak against us, including the Grand Sermonizer. That will put the fear of Sithis in them. Tannic will meet you in Kvatch. I expect the two of you to deal with the Grand Sermonizer and show the people of that hypocritical city the real power of the Dark Brotherhood. The Grand Sermonizer and her priests spread lies about the Brotherhood for reasons I do not yet understand. Whether she seeks to insult us or acts upon some misguided tenet of faith, our response is clear. These impudent priests must die. She's one of the ranking priests at the Cathedral of Kvatch, right below Primate Artorius in the hierarchy. She won't be easy to find, however. Killing her subordinates may draw her out. Otherwise, rely on Tannic to locate the hole she's hiding in. Primate Artorius leads the Cathedral of Akatosh in Kvatch. The chanters and sermonizers bow to his authority as the chosen of the Dragon God, and even the Order of the Hour follows his commands. Pious and faithful, I find the man to be insufferable. Caution becomes the appropriate response after the deaths of 2 assassins, Initiate. But make no mistake, I expect you to assassinate the Grand Sermonizer. Tannic will be there to provide assistance, nothing more. Under normal circumstances, no. These recent attacks against us, however, have made circumstances far from normal. Concentrate on the Grand Sermonizer. That's your primary mission.
Initiate, I have my own contract in Kvatch. I'll join you in Tannic as soon as I'm finished.
3 blades on the same contract? Is that wise, Matron?
Just make sure the Grand Sermonizer dies, Initiate. That's my chief concern.
Do you make a habit of accosting strangers at shrines of worship? Those zealots are the worst thing to happen to Kvatch in 60 years, and I've lived through 8 wars in the corrupt reign of the Longhouse Emperors. If you're looking for more of their kind, inquire in Kvatch rather than bothering pious folk.
Do you mind? I'm trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my wife.
I knew I would find you here, blasphemer! Die!
You're working for my sister, right? How did you find me? No, never mind. Just tell me if you're here to talk or to kill me. Oh, just those little things I noticed. Like that cold look in your eyes. Or your rants about the splendor of Boethia. Isn't killing what a disciple of the warrior prince does best? Yeah, about that. I'm done with the Society of the Dragon. Turns out religion doesn't really agree with the women in my family. Especially not a crazy cult with a murderous priest for a leader. Now you're starting to really curl my spine. I could ask you the same. Just what were you doing spouting that Boethia nonsense in Kvatch? Are you some sort of Daedra out to prove a point? Are you Sheogorath? That's a more honest answer than I expected. My sister sent you, didn't she? She just couldn't let me deal with this myself, could she? Oh. And oh look, there's Larissa now. What a surprise.
Jocelyn, could you be any more predictable?
My dear sister, I knew you'd find me. Are you here to kill me too?
My sister appears to be safe and sound. She's surprisingly calm, even if she's still mad about what I did to her friend. That's better than I expected. Thank you for your help. I couldn't have exposed Grand Chanter Surus's corruption without you. That's sweet, but you've already done more than enough. You helped me show my sister the truth about the Society of the Dragon. She's safe now, and our plan worked exactly as I'd hoped. I couldn't have saved Jocelyn without your help. Thank you.
Every time you help me, someone winds up dead. Couldn't you let me deal with this myself?
I didn't like the way we left things, Jocelyn. And when I realized what the Grand Chanter was up to...
So my big sister sails in to rescue me. Again, tell me, how many did the Grand Chanter kill?
At least 3 people since I've been paying attention. I haven't been in town that long.
So you called in someone to help?
I know you're angry, but he really would have killed you, Jocelyn. I couldn't let that happen.
You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm done with the Society, and I'm done with Kvatch. But I am not going with you.
Fair enough. But anytime you need me, I'll be there.
I know. Goodbye, sister.
There goes Jocelyn, off to who knows where to do who knows what until I have to go and pull her hair out of the fire again. I could use a drink. A strong drink. Why don't you meet me in Anvil, and we'll drink to our success. It's what we do. She'll come back when she gets bored, or she needs something. She always does. Howler's a bit disappointed he didn't get more time with her, but he'll get over it. Nothing a few dozen mugs of ale won't cure.
forsaken place draws the weak-willed like moths to a flame. Leave. This cave poses a danger to those with weak wills. The very worst kind. A vampire lord roams these caves. Zelado revealed her presence in Anvil when she captured 2 innocents. I tracked the cat to these caves. If she has tasted the blood of these innocents, my blade shall taste hers. Zelado is no mere vampire. She is a lord with the power to enslave weak minds. Aid me if you wish, but know this. If you succumb to her charms, you will suffer the same fate as she. Now, let's go find the people she kidnapped. Let the hunt begin. Evil ends here, vampire. Prepare to die.
Do your worst, fool of a hunter. I grow weary of you.
Zelado has been destroyed. Meet me at the entrance to these caverns. Once you're certain all of the vampire's victims have been accounted for. I am glad to admit I was wrong about you. Your will is as strong as any hunter I have ever fought beside. Thank you for helping me defeat Zalado. And thank you for putting her victims out of their misery. From the Vampire Lord? Yes, but these are turbulent times. Other threats endanger Anvil and the Gold Coast, some even worse than Zalado. Remain vigilant, Hunter. Perhaps we shall meet again. A Vampire Lord has been vanquished, but always another appears to take her place. That is the way of things. When evil again steps from the shadows, my blade shall be ready to greet it. sun will rise.
I'm rather busy right now.
Seem like I'm getting much done here.
I was wondering how long it would take you to get here. Didn't Astara instill you with a sense of urgency about this mission? She must be getting tender-hearted after all these years. Yes, I say so. I find life to be a complicated series of pranks and pratfalls. Besides, this is your mission. I'm only here to observe and offer assistance if you get in over your head. Speaking of which, try not to get captured or killed today. No, that would be boring. You start murdering the Sermonizer's priests while I take on the real challenge. I'll locate her hiding spot. Then I'll find you so we can kill her together. That will put the fear of the Brotherhood in the Kvatch people. Be stealthy or slaughter everyone that gets in your way. Whichever works best for you. They all wind up with Sithis in the end, so what's the worry? Now, let's get out there and deal with the Grand Sermonizer and her lying priests.
Have you heard who's fighting in the
Time
arena
to dip
today?
our daggers in
I hear it's going to be a
Sermonizer blood.
bloodbath.
Watch your back, new
Crude
blade.
amusements for fools and traitors. You do well to spend more time in the cathedral.
And you do well to loosen that codpiece. By the 8, what a killjoy.
Slayed Captain Blackheart. Thank the Divines for brave souls like you.
You've returned. Were you successful? Can we return to the dig site and continue our work?
Wonderful. Once I get the new dig underway, I'm sure we'll make progress quickly. I can't believe that not long ago this was just a smoking hole in the ground. Now we may have uncovered the complex that gave Tribune's folly its name.
Have you heard about the latest murders? I wish the Count would do something about these terrible crimes. It's getting so bad it's starting to feel like Anvil and not the fair city of Kvatch that I know and love.
beseech you.
Murder is a filthy business in the eyes of Akatosh.
I can't seem to get ahead here.
Top quality merchandise.
And those who treat murder as business are the worst of all.
Only the finest merchandise.
This.
Our quarry cowers in her family's estate outside Kvatch. I'll meet you there, New Blade. And if you really want to impress the matron, kill a few more sermonizers along the way.
Hands.
Fine goods for sale.
Quality wares.
There's no end in sight.
Merchant to the yards. Only the finest merchandise. Finish this.
look totally absurd, you know that.
Best watch your back. Dangerous folks skulking about. And I don't mean those pirates. Don't worry, though. Grisel and I are on the hunt. These murderers can't hide forever.
Heads.
I suggest you leave. Now.
Follow me, New Blade.
New Blade, come quietly and listen. Our quarry stirs below.
Grand Sermonizer, have you discovered the location of the sanctuary yet?
Unfortunately, this assassin expired before revealing anything useful.
I'll capture another. Try not to kill this one before we learn the location of the Dark Brotherhood's lair.
Lord Akatosh, hear our prayer. Just prepare the body, like so.
Who is that black-armored warrior? Some kind of mercenary? Now's our chance. Follow me.
She tortured Simbar. Such an insult to the family cannot stand. At least he knew how to hold his tongue. What foul magic is this? New Blade, beware. I feel so weak. I can't move.
2 assassins? I didn't know they came in pairs. With the proper motivation, you will reveal the location of the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary.
I'm just gonna sit here and see who comes for me first. Sithis or Tall Papa?
Tarnik, are you planning to just lay down and die?
They knew we'd come for Simbar. Trapped his body with some kind of foul death magic.
Get up, you milk drinker! Sithis still has work for you to do. Initiate, the Grand Sermonizer is yours. I'll get Tarnik home.
Defend me, Knights of the Order of the Hour! Show this assassin the true power of Akatosh! Trust in Akatosh! Let the Dragon God guide your strikes! Murder me if you must! It won't save your Dark Brotherhood! to use something harsher than words to deal with you. The Black Dragon will make you pay. Lord Akatosh! My spirit is yours!
See? Was that so hard? This one apologizes for causing you such discomfort, but Roz appreciates all that you have told him.
You must help me. I told this hateful cat everything I know. I was just following orders. You don't say no to a woman like Captain Apinia.
My friend, what a happy coincidence. This one never imagined to find you skulking around an Iliad ruin. Since you are already here, you will help Roz deal with a dangerous war criminal, yes? Only the notorious butcher of Brotherhood, Captain Jenna Apinia. My talkative prisoner finally revealed the captain's location, and she's close. Very close. Soon, with your assistance, Roz will make her pay for her crimes of war and terror. The coward and her loyal soldiers fled Imperial City when the chains fell. In Brotherhood, they stole valuable items to finance their retirement. When the mayor complained, she ordered her soldiers to start killing. Now, Roz must make an example of her. This one recognized you as a warrior of distinction. We should split up, yes. Explore separately and locate the captain and the stolen items. If you find the captain before I do, please give her Roz's utmost regards. Preferably right in the heart. Official trinkets. Valuable to the right people, Roz supposes, but mostly important to Brotherhood citizens. Let's see. There's the city's seal, the tax collector's ledger, and the mayor's signet ring. You can see why Brotherhood wants them back, yes? Roz's friend here, a pirate on the ship Apinia hired, says they found safe haven with the agents of the Gold Coast Trading Company. What they're doing in the ruins, Roz has no clue. Evil? Roz doesn't like to judge. Greedy, as the day is long. If Roz is feeling generous, maybe he'll send Apinia's head to the company's boss when we're done. Meanwhile, my friend will sit quietly while we hunt. Or he'll be dead. Roz can't decide. Roz is happy to see you as well. We had such adventures helping Queen Irene, yes? But we can reminisce later. Drink ourselves silly and tell tales to make each other gasp and smile. Now, we have a war criminal to punish. The Queen's eyes go where they need to go, my friend. Roz would ask you the same, but this one thinks it would be better not to know the answer to that question, yes? Still, Roz is glad you're here. Now, let's go deal with Captain Apinia.
Mangy.
This one
I should have chopped off your tail the last.
That was a better death. That. We did well, my friend. Meet Roz back at the entrance after you recovered the stolen item. Ah, nothing sharpens the claws like dispatching criminals and murderers. And we all survived, which makes the victory that much sweeter. Apinia is dead, so she won't slaughter any more citizens. That will please Queen Irene, which pleases Roz. And we recovered Bravil's trinkets. A good day's work, yes? This one might stick around. Look into trading company. Stay fragrant, my friend.
Bad idea, my friend. Bad idea.
Hey, nobody boards the Prowler without my permission. Get over here. Well, what have we here? You certainly don't look like one of those red sails extortionists that have been bleeding me dry. I can abode fees at an honest port, but Anvil presents a non-stop barrage of whatever the governor's lackeys feel like enforcing. Uneven gangplank fees, loose mooring taxes, barnacle inspection. You're not from around here, are you? Care to help me turn the tide on these crooks, then? I happen to know that their swindler of a dockmaster doesn't trust his gold to Anvil's banks. If you help me pay the fool out of his own pocket, you can keep the lion's share of the bounty. I don't know precisely where Kamar hides his gold, but I do know the lazy oaf uses a few trusted lackeys to deliver deposits when he can't be bothered. They often dice on the docks. If you're convincing, I'm sure they'll reveal the location to you. I'm going to be your distraction. I'm expecting the dockmaster to make his rounds soon, and he's not going to be happy that I haven't paid my fees yet. I'll keep him here arguing with me while you secure his ill-gotten gold. It was supposed to be a simple run. Pick up silks and spices on the way to turn a tidy profit. But the governor and her minions are more greedy than a caravan full of high elf nobles. She'll never learn, even when the docks are empty. Fortunata ap Dougal, Anvil's provincial governor. But she's still the same old red sails pirate queen to anyone who really knows her. Half the Gold Coast struggles under her thumb. Fool's Gold Coast, if you want to be more accurate. Kamar's a braggart, and he drinks like a Nord. That's a combination for folly, if ever there was one. He gave away his secret while trying to drink me under the table. I remember the exchange. He does not. Too bad for him, yes?
What do you want?
You there!
Your reign of evil ends here, malefactor. Pay your bounty or suffer the consequences. Hurrah! The bounty is paid in full.
Another 20 then, unless that's too rich for you.
Not now, I'm winning! I don't give an elf's pointed ear what you want. Get lost! You're, really not afraid of me? Well, this is awkward. I think my odds of surviving Kamar's anger is better than facing yours. You can find his stash here. We good now?
That's 3 times, Gurg. Let me see those dice.
You never complain until your dice run cold.
Luck is like a guava.
I've heard all kinds of stories about that lighthouse. Some say it's haunted. I don't put much stock in ghost stories, but I've seen shadows in the windows at all hours of the night. Dark doings, I wager.
Next time, I'll wound more than just their pride. A moment, Kamar. I have a visitor.
I must finish this.
My friend, you've arrived at a bad time. I'm playing host to the King of Skeevers, and he hasn't the sense to know that he's outstayed his welcome. Ha! Negotiations! Call it what it is. Ransom. Extortion. It would save us so much time if they just dropped the pretenses and robbed me. Good work. Let me pay this fool and get rid of him.
I'm tired of your complaining. Pay what you owe, or the Red Sails will seize this ship.
Fine. Take your ransom and choke on it.
There now. Was that so difficult?
Difficult is keeping my claws from ripping out your throat. I almost bit my tongue trying not to laugh. Kamar doesn't so much strut as slosh about like a half-filled water skin. He's completely oblivious to the misfortune that just visited him. It's too much. It was what he expected of me. Being too quick to accept defeat may have aroused his suspicion. He seemed convinced, so he may not notice the theft for some time, let alone suspect us as the culprits. Here, that's most of what's left after I paid off that walking canker. Thanks to you, I might break even on this voyage. Enjoy your time in Anvil, friend. I hope to never see these despicable docks again. It'll be good to have the wind in my fur and the sea air in my nose again. I can't wait to set sail and put Anvil behind me. Profitable and dangerous. I'm happy to continue ferrying troops for the easy gold, but when the Queen commands us to show our claws, we oblige. Many a captain has made the mistake of dismissing the Prowler as a threat to my benefit.
Bless my eyes, if it isn't the Scourge of Blackheart.
If you're looking for work, shove off. Got no room for unhinged adventurers on this boat. People like you bring nothing but trouble.
You're just the type Sergeant Anteve is looking for.
My scales are dry, my tongue is drier, though the blood of a miser could quench just as well as a cool drink. Something wet, something now, something you pay for. Ah, I erect the spine of gratitude. Lack of moisture makes me curt. By seed and spleen, the Mages Guild is up to something in Celine's web. It's an untamed forest, a feral place. If the rumors are true, then the guild mages in Reaper's March have gone there, tracked something of great value to them. A creature, a person, to Celine's web. No clue. It was my Mages Guild informant who referred to the forest as Celine's web. I bet you'll find out why, if you go.
Are you drunk yet? 'Cause I am undaunted! So, how are things with you?
Son of a troll. I've earned this nap. Don't judge me.
I must warn you, I'm in a foul mood. What do you want?
Welcome to my humble shop.
Another notch on your belt, assassin? Anchor Point Inn. Fairly unremarkable, but I always stop by for an ale or two if I'm in the area. Besides, they rarely inquire about all the blood. I appreciate that in an innkeeper. Here you go. This should put a smile on your face.
Kor brought Tannik home injured but alive. He told me you went after the Grand Sermonizer. Tell me, has the deed been done? Simbar was one of our best. To allow himself to be captured like that. I didn't think that either the Grand Sermonizer or the Order of the Hour was capable of such a feat. Why go to all that trouble, I wonder? Black armor. I've heard rumors of such a warrior, but to seek the location of our sanctuary. It appears we're at war with an unknown adversary. I need to think about this. By the way, Tannik woke up and asked to see you.
A good showing, slaying the Grand Sermonizer. A pity Simbar paid for his failure with his life. Keep your blades sharp and your wits sharper. Otherwise, we may see a similar end to your story. Even so, I have recorded it all. For posterity, of course. I never question the matron, although it is strange for her to so hastily send multiple brethren to deal with a single target. It is almost as though she knows more than she is telling us. Of course, she almost always does.
Don't worry, Tannik. A cask of mead, and you'll be back on your feet in no time.
Shit, your mead tastes like bee vomit. I think I'll pass.
Oh, Tannik, I hate that this happened to you.
You worry more than the matron, Hildegard. I'll be as good as new before you know it. Ah, the new blade has arrived. Give us the room if you would, Kor.
Certainly, Tannik. But I still expect you to be completing contracts again in a few days.
I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
Take your time, Tannik. I am going to go say a prayer for your quick recovery.
Kor and Hildegard mean well, but they're worse than a couple of mother hens. You're alive. Does that mean the Grand Sermonizer is no longer with us? We're not certain what kind of magic the Grand Sermonizer placed upon Simbar's body. But I'd be dead too, if not for you and Kor. I'm indebted to you both. And I'll make sure that everyone remembers Simbar's bravery. He refused to give up our secret, no matter what the Grand Sermonizer did to him. It does make me wonder about the warrior who was able to defeat him, though. Simbar could easily best me in a fight, and that warrior bested him. If you encounter her again, don't underestimate her skills and abilities. She's hunting the hunters, and that's a game I have no desire to play. A chance to beat your record. How many of the Sermonizer's priests did you murder anyway? Seriously, New Blade, stay sharp out there. The roots of our trouble stretch deep below the soil. Things are gonna get worse, my friend. Mark my words.
Don't worry about me. I just need to sleep right now.
Simbar's dead. Do you really think I want to talk to you right now?
Why do you disturb me, Initiate? I do. The Night Mother has received a petition. The time has come to take a life. Before we proceed, I offer you a challenge. Two, in fact. Consider it a bonus, a chance to demonstrate your skill. If you succeed, I'll reward you. If you fail, so be it. As long as the target dies, the sacrament is fulfilled. Your target awaits in the smuggler's den. It's a damp and torchlit cave, the perfect hiding place for fugitives and witless thugs. You'll be seen as a trespasser there, so if you wish to avoid a bounty, then you should avoid being seen. True followers of Sithis are like wraiths, only visible when they wish to be. Show me that you are a master of stealth. Complete your task without alerting the residents of the smuggler's den to your presence. The work of an assassin demands secrecy, certainly, but also speed. Our knives must strike quickly, decisively. With that in mind, I challenge you to finish your dark work before the tunnel's overseer arrives. It seems that our target has a taste for the fouler things in life. We should give them a taste of their own bitter medicine. Don't you agree? Use poison to kill your prey. He's an Argonian named Burwaska. A very successful gambler, I'm told. Our client insisted that Burwaska is a shameless cheater, as if such things matter to us. Kill this lizard. A bard named Civilian Collis. He is a talentless fool who loiters outside the Cathedral of Akatosh, both day and night. One of the chanters grew weary of his off-key singing and performed the Black Sacrament. Kill this would-be musician.
You had your chance to leave. Now I'm calling the guard.
You should have left when you had the chance. Guards!
You're pacing. What don't you want to tell me?
Hildegard isn't taking this well. First Teresa and Van, now Simbar, Tannic barely holding on.
If you're saying you can't control Hildegard, I'll put her down myself.
She's still a child, Astara.
No. She's a vicious killer who wears a child's form when it suits her. Never forget that.
Do not dally. The throat awaits your blade's sharp kiss. You've returned alive. I trust your quarry does not share that luxury. Well done. What about the challenges that I posed for this task? Performed with all the care befitting the Night Mother's sacred work. Your devotion to this task has not been overlooked. Return again tomorrow and I will offer you another opportunity to demonstrate your skill.
The litany has begun. The listener said you would come to me. The listener sent me to deliver the litany of blood. I placed it before the Night Mother's shrine. She said the book is meant for the killer who tasted death. While that could refer to anyone in the sanctuary, I believe she intends it for you. A test, perhaps? A message, most certainly. Your brothers and sisters have gazed upon it and seen nothing but blank pages. They found it to be comforting, calming, but totally empty. Perhaps your eyes will see something more. Go and look at the litany of blood. If you see nothing, then you aren't the one I supposed you to be. The listener sent me to deliver the litany of blood. That's all you need to know, and more than I want to say. The listener and the 4 speakers make up the Black Hand, the ruling council of the Dark Brotherhood. You might even say she's the leader of the council. The listener hears the words of the Night Mother and whispers them to the speakers. As blank as the stare in a dead man's eyes, but go ahead and see for yourself. I'm curious to find out if the listener is right about you, if you can see what's really there.
Tell me, assassin, what did you see? So the listener was right. Tell me, what did you see? What a blessing you've received. The Night Mother has chosen you to fulfill the Litany of Blood. Let me ask you this. Did the passages make any sense to you? Of course. The targets must be marked in some way. Easier than I would make it, but who am I to question the listener? It's clear to me that you must decipher the Litany of Blood and kill the targets inscribed on its pages. What else would a book provided by the listener contain? Determine each target and assassinate them. Beyond that, the will of Sithis isn't for you or I to question. Your task won't be easy, but the listener has faith that you will succeed. You've been given a sacred duty. Perform it well and bring honor to the Night Mother and your sanctuary, assassin. Your brothers and sisters would kill to have been chosen for such a task. There are no wrong people. The Dread Father welcomes every soul you send him, aside from your brothers and sisters. Obey the 5 tenets, and you have no fear of invoking the wrath of Sithis. The listener required someone special for this task, but the Black Hand wasn't sure who to assign it to. The Night Mother always provides, though. You can read the litany. I'm sure there are clues among its words. Did you have a brush with death? It would fit, and it would explain your special sight, the reason you can read the litany. The last part is easier to interpret. Make ritual offerings with your sacred blade. The assassin's blade you were given access to when you were initiated. The Blade of Woe. It's a symbol and a sacred instrument, the will of Sithis made manifest. I'm sure the blade will play an important role as you complete the litany.
Eager to prove your worth, Initiate?